We are back again with another edition of Real-Time Borderline Alienation. Tomorrow my daughter has a doctor appointment very early in the morning. I've got a flexible schedule. I can take her there, as I always have. And as expected, there's some resistance from the mom, just because at the second to last hearing, actually the last hearing, I said, hey, this is a cross-examination. Who is the one that's been taking Aviana to her doctor appointments? It was me. It is me. And it coincides with her day. You'll see what this looks like here. But I just reiterate, very plain, very simply, talking about my daughter. This isn't talking to parents. I make sure that we both use it. Early in the beginning when I started seeing the stories change. No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. Okay, well, now we have it recorded, and it's a wonderful document that has a notary attached to it. I state the facts. Keep it very, very factual if you can when you've got someone like this. My daughter has an appointment tomorrow. It's going to be a long day. My plan is to pick her up as usual. Hey, are you planning on interfering? Are we going to work together? This isn't intended to antagonize. This isn't intended to get anything going. This has just been very literal and direct. Are you going to comply, or are you going to do what you have done in the past 2 visits already? So, are you going to interfere, or are you going to comply? And then there's all this extra stuff that this person, and when I say this person, the more I learned about mental health and started getting into support groups for people that were dealing with a loved one that has a mental illness, how to understand and communicate with them and not communicate with them, then I started looking at this for what it is. I'm like, okay, here's this big old smoke screen. They want to take you down these rabbit trails and go everywhere but the real issue. Most of this has nothing to do with what I just said. So I bring it right back to the case in point. Hey, I'm talking about today. That's the focus. I'll give you a chance to answer again. Just like with children sometimes, you want to give that person who may or may not be in control of all their faculties at all of the time, to reconsider what they said. Hey, I'm going to let you think about that. All the other appointments I've taken Aviana to without interference for the past couple months when her job got involved and said, hey, you can't keep doing this. The hospital got involved and said, hey, you can't keep doing this. She canceled her appointment the day of because she forgot to go pick up our daughter. Nonetheless, hey, all the other appointments I've taken Aviana to without interference were all on your day. And she made some claims up in this post here about, oh, this is my day and this and that, and 24 hours of blah, blah, blah. Smoke screen. Okay, so all the other appointments on Tuesday, when they were on Monday, which was my day, she moved them to Tuesday strategically. Okay, nonetheless, I'm still taking my daughter to our appointment. It's on your day, as you call it. We have nothing enforceable yet because we haven't gone to trial, but thankfully that's coming up. It's on your day. Nothing has changed. I'm prepared to and intending on picking up our 2 kids today. Pick them up from school, take my son to school in the morning, and then go to the doctor appointment. She is not taking our kids to school. The records show that she's got another guy taking the kids to school. Occasionally she'll pick them up, but it just doesn't make any logical sense. Once again, you can approach this logically when you're dealing with somebody who presents this way. You're not in the position to take them to school. I've known this person for over 15 years. You don't like waking up in the morning. And the more that the symptoms of depression and anxiety got worse, the more she stayed in that bed and would come home and just go straight to the bed and get on the phone. Everything will be dark in there, and I'm taking care of the kids. So I say that to say I know the patterns. I'm also trying to bring it back to maybe the remnant of that person that is still there that is somewhat logical. But for the most part, I've mourned the loss or the death of that person, and I know that this new conglomerate is there. And I'm prepared to take them to school in the morning. That's what I'm saying, as well as the doctor appointment, and I'm trying to prevent unnecessary confrontation. She likes to want to prepare Morris Jose Torres to the clinic visits. He's got nothing to do there. No business there whatsoever. Live your life, do what you want to do, but there's no reason to keep trying to create conflict. Not to sound mean, but I don't want you. I'm not coming after you. Just go live your life. I'm just here for the clinic appointment. Are you refusing to comply with this again? Once again, there's more fluff. Oh, I won't be home until 8. Well, I thought the kids went to bed at 7:30, and I thought they went to bed at 8 o'clock. And then all of the times keep shifting and moving. Now, she's strategically not going to be there until 8, at least that's what she's saying. Just like the last time when I went to go pick my daughter up for the clinic visit, and her vehicle was there, but she was not there, as well as the vehicle of one of her other paramours was there. Like, hey, I'm coming to take her to get her for the appointment in the morning. Nonetheless, we made no plans. It means no medicine bag. She's saying, I'm not going to give you the medication bag. Once again, when you know your enemy, and I'm not saying she's the enemy, I'm saying that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness. Of this age, you understand that they operate on patterns. They're not creative, but they do stick to patterns. Okay, probably going to get some resistance today. Let me just document it. 15-hour notice, blah, 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 blah. Once again, trying to get you to focus on arguing something else that is not the issue. So I just reply back with what I know is factual and scripture. I'm not trying to fight this person, this conglomerate, this thing, this whatever, with this part of the brain. I fight on my knees. If you don't know what that means, go look up the song. No one is playing the game anymore. I'm just, hey, I know what you're doing. Everyone who you allow to see this, or even if you submit this to the judge, he knows what you're doing. This is not. A lot of times people think when they operate in this way, whether you want to call it BPD, NPD, or anything else, they have this veil and they think nobody can see behind it, but it's sheer and they're butt naked. I made a comment in the video once, like people with narcissistic personality disorder are wearing a mask and it's held on by peanut butter. As soon as they start to sweat, that thing just comes off and they look ridiculous because they have peanut butter on their face. Nonetheless, no one is playing the game anymore. It's like, hey, I'm opting out. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with that. We're no longer enabling you. I enabled her for a long time. Her parents still do. My family members, we all enabled the situation, feeding into it and allowing it to get worse. So we're not going to enable anymore. I'm just going to document and file who comes in the morning. There's no reason for anybody else to go there except me and the mom. And if she cannot be there and she's interfering with my parental right as well as my children's right to have one of their parents take them to my daughter's right to have her parent take her to the clinic visit, it's just ridiculous. And the judge is going to see that. I'm not hoping and praying that the judge is the all-powerful God. God is the all-powerful God, and his heart is in the hand of the all-powerful God. So, hey, I'm just going to document what's going on. Don't be late. This is a very important and long day. It's a very long day with a lot of testing. Once again, my daughter's mom does not like this stuff. She doesn't like these days. It's long. It inconveniences her. She's always complaining. And always there to take pictures and post it on social media to make it seem like, I wouldn't say to make it seem like, I know she enjoys the attention and the money that comes from my daughter being sick. So months ago, I had to call that out and say, hey, this kind of looks like a little bit of Munchausen by proxy. Like, what's going on? Why is it that my daughter's always staying sick with the mom? She gets with me and these symptoms start to clear up and she gets better. But nonetheless, don't be late. It's a very important day. It's there. And I respond with John 3:20-21, which talks about everything hidden is going to come to light. That's about it. I am going to continue my day, make the best of it, and enjoy it. I post these videos not for entertainment, but for transparency's sake and to hopefully help someone else stop reacting and learn to respond. And I'm going to also show you that it's about fighting on your knees and letting God fight for you. You don't have to fight here. When you're dealing with this type of individual that has these patterns, and I know she's not the only one, we're wrestling not against flesh and blood, you have to take your fight to the spiritual side. You have to take your fight to the spiritual side. Rest and know that God will fight for you and you can hold your peace and he's undefeated. Enjoy your day.